Let's see, make sure my mic is not on. Probably is. Nope, okay, mic is not on. Sorry, there's a truck backing up. Of course, the second I started my live, a truck started backing up in the near background. But it stopped. All right. So I'm working on this linoleum carving. There's a picture of Salt Lake City. Here's what it'll look like. Not what it will look like when it's printed, but the orientation. So this image is reversed onto here so that I can carve it out. So that's what I've been working on a little bit here. Is all this here is carved out. And we're going to keep going and carve all of that out and then carve some details of the buildings out so that we get that kind of, hopefully when it prints, it looks somewhat reminiscent of Salt Lake and the big old mountains there. We'll see. But yeah, there's some details I've carved out so far is all of this, and I'm working up this way. What's going on? How's it going, Tyler? I'm gonna pull this up on the laptop so I can see chat a little better. All right, there we go. There's gonna be a little echo as I messed with that. This is a live stream. Live stream. I'm just hanging out. Figured since I was carving this and just hanging out, maybe I'd share a little bit of it live for just a while before I head to my next class. I don't have all my lights here, so bear with me as we're just using the lamp that I have in the hotel. Hello, Mia. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me all right as I mumble along and carve this away. Hello, Mother. Pardon me. So, you should recognize that. It's Salt Lake City. And that's what I'm carving. All right. Give me one moment while I adjust this. Okay, sorry. It was in just a slightly awkward position. Probably didn't look like much of a change for you, but I had to adjust my tripod and get it set up so that I could see this a little bit better. All right, so we've got 4 hanging out in the chat. Let's see, we got Tyler, Mia. I'm sorry, allergies are getting me good this morning. Oh, the other one must be Nightbot because it says 4 in chat, so. Or it's counting me on the iPad, I don't know. So I'm not exactly following the pattern that's here. I'm using it as a rough guidance. And everything that is light colored, that's snow on the mountains, that's what I'm going to carve away, is all the light colored stuff on the mountains, leaving away the dark, so that when it prints, all the dark stuff left behind will have ink on it. Oh, geez. I got Mia and Mom being all nice in chat. Don't be making me blush. I guess I'm not on camera, so it's okay. So what I'm doing here, it's hard to see with the camera the way it is, but I'm rocking back and forth to give it a texture. See the rough edges created by going back and forth and rocking? As where when I did that one a very straight cut, it ends up more smooth. So I'm trying to add some texture variation into it by rocking around. Yes, Mia, I definitely will. This will be one of the ones I will have prints of for sale once it's complete. But it's going to be a few weeks because this is going to take many, many hours to complete. This carving, yeah. Because not only do I have to do all the mountains and stuff, then I've got to figure out getting some enough detail to show the buildings. And then I might carve away the entire sky. And what I might do for this is actually, after I do a print, I might paint in the sky with watercolors to create a cloud and sky effect. Hello, welcome, welcome, Unheard Voice. Thanks for joining in. Let's see, just reading chat, catching up a little bit. Tyler's got to do some chores. Let's see, where were we? I want to stay where I was at here. Just clearing out this area. I'm making, I'm sorry, I've been very congested with allergies today. I'm making very small movements. Normally you would never do this towards yourself when you're gouging out large areas and doing this because you could slip and cut yourself, and this is very, very sharp. But I'm doing very small, light movements and not pushing very hard. Otherwise, you would not move towards yourself for safety reasons. I apologize. I will be missing quite a few things in chat. I'll peek from time to time, but this is pretty hard to watch chat and do. Again, I'm rocking back and forth to create a texture effect. Yes. I'm sorry, unheard voice. I do hope things get better. I looked away at chat. I don't know where it was. Somewhere over here. I know you had mentioned your difficulties that were going on, and I'm sorry about that. Got a handful of people right now in the community going through a tough time. This is going to be very tedious. It looks really weird in carving form, but again, it's only what's left that's dark that's going to print. So you're not looking at the pattern. You ignore those lines. Like all those lines right there are below the print line and where we're going to ink. So you're not going to see any of that. That's going to be a big white spot, and that'll be a big black spot when I print it. So it's hard to look at and get the eyes for it, but you're just looking at the parts left behind here. And those spots will each hopefully look like a part of the mountain or rocks. And what I'm trying to do is reshape them so they all flow and seem to have an elongated flow coming down this same direction for the most part. Not entirely, but that way you can see. You see how the flow goes with the mountain and you follow the flow and shape of the mountains. We're trying to keep that same effect there. So more or less I'm trying to follow the lines. And then we'll just hope it comes out looking like Salt Lake. Welcome. We got a few new people joining, so let me show you what I'm doing. We're doing a linoleum carving, and hopefully it's gonna look like Salt Lake when we're done. So yeah, it's reversed. You can see here's the Salt Lake Temple over here, but it's on this side because it's a reversed image so that it prints correctly this way. We'll see what we get. Let's take out some of these big chunks. That's what's fun to watch. So, like I mentioned before, we're adding a type of texture there. And then when I go through, I'll remove more little bits randomly here so it doesn't look like a jagged tooth all the way up. I'll go through and remove a couple little bits like there, and we'll see. Man, I really have high hopes for this piece. We'll see how it comes out. And yes, welcome. Thanks for joining in, Lisa and Rob. We got... Who else jumped in? I thought I saw someone else. Let's see. Mia, Unheard Voice, Rocky Mountain Live, Lisa Tortuga. Yeah, okay. When he said Lisa, I thought for a minute Lisa Largent had jumped in. I was like, oh, the other Lisa. I know it's pretty early for some still, especially over there on the West Coast. It's 10:45 over here. Just try and give it more organic shapes there. Speaking of Arizona time, I just watched Agate Dad. He was out there in Phoenix for his premiere. I can't wait to get back out there. So much warmer. Although I guess not now that it's warming up here. I'd like to get back there now while it was cold, but as it's warming up, not necessarily the time of year that you want to go to Arizona as it gets hotter. Trying to see. Yeah, I'm not sure where Lisa's at the moment. Not sure if she'll make it in today. Largent, that is. Other Lisa. We've got a few Lisas, actually. I know there's another Lisa that also watches, but she doesn't really comment or chat in the lives. And there's probably more that I just don't know are named Lisa. And they might think I'm talking about them and be like, how does he know my name? Well, then I'm probably not talking about you. So, right, if this makes sense, so looking at this image, some of these parts, well, up here it's all rock, but like over here on the ridge line, some of that's trees. And that little jagged effect that I'm doing over here, when I do that up above a dark spot, it will make that look like trees over snow. When I do it below, hopefully it would look like jagged rock, but there's always the risk that it's just gonna look like weird sawtooth marks everywhere. And we'll do one print and then we can always modify it. The beauty of a linoleum carving, I mean, you can't go backwards, but I can always carve out new detail or mess with it. If it looks a little messed up, maybe I can go in with sandpaper or a Dremel tool and play with my lines and details and see what we get out of it. But you can already see some of that progress I've made. I've taken that whole area out since we started, removed a lot of that there. And yeah, hopefully when it's done, it looks nice and like some snow-capped mountains. We hope. Thank you, I appreciate it. It's fun. One, it is an art assignment. Actually, I shouldn't even say that. I use assignment loosely. It's a printing art class where we just need to print stuff. He's not like, I would like you to print this kind of thing or even do a wood block. I'm the only person in the class doing a linoleum carving like this on a wood block. I think actually one other girl did a linoleum carving, but it's on a flat linoleum mat and not on a wood block. It's a different kind of press technique. It is very relaxing, yes. But at times it can be very stressful if you mess something up. You gotta try and figure out something to do to correct it. I don't know if you've seen the other prints that I did, but I've done an owl, a dandelion, and a volcano. Those are the only 3 other carvings I did. The volcano one I just recently posted. I don't know if I posted it on YouTube, actually. I can't recall. Sitting here trying to think. I don't have one handy nearby to grab and show you. They're actually all out in my car right now. Another storm. Ooh. Yeah, no fun. I'll stay warm. I did a really small print, yes, of a volcano the other day, or last week rather. I had art class yesterday, but last Thursday I did a small one of these carvings on linoleum. And it was just a little tiny volcano with a little sun above it, like almost cartoonish, simple lines. It was a small, like, oh, that's a little zoomed in. It was a small, like, 2x3 block, like this big. Actually, hold on. Is it right here? No, okay, just kidding. That one is in my car. The block is, but all the prints are drying at in the studio. I didn't bring any home, but I'll show you a picture later. Yeah, I don't know if I posted a short. I meant to. They're on my shorts videos, Lisa. The dandelion and the owl are definitely in my shorts. There's only one version of the dandelion, but there's 3 versions of the owl that I made over time. Because I kept carving more out of it. Like I said, you can, with linoleum, you know, you can always carve more. So what I did with the owl was is about this big. At first I just did an owl, and that looked kind of cool, but then I added some stars to it and a whole bunch of little stars all around, and I liked that, and I did some prints with both versions of that, but then I added a big moon onto the owl. Like in the corner there's a really big moon, and oh, later on, Herd, thank you for dropping in. Take care. Hope everything gets going better for y'all. But yeah, the owl one's pretty cool. I kept adding to it and did the big moon, and now I really like it with the moon on there. It's just a little ways back in my shorts. I've been posting a lot more shorts though, so gotta scroll a little bit to see it. If you go to my shorts playlist and scroll down, you'll see the thumbnail for it pop up. Trying to get a side view on this to see what I missed. It's weird because the camera is actually right where my face would normally be, so I'm at a very weird side angle doing this. Oops. I will be selling the prints, yes. Where was I? There was just a spot I saw that I'd missed. I want to go back and get it. This one won't be done for quite a while. And with the amount of hours I'm going to put into it, we'll see. Mia, I'm putting that there because so this could rub off. If my hands get a little sweaty, which they're not right now, but if my hands or palms were to get a little sweaty, I could rub and smear this off or smear my ink here that I put. So I'm just trying to not smear the ink. Rocky Mountain. My watch later list is huge. I thought by going on some trips, on some plane rides and stuff, I could make a huge list and use the Wi-Fi, and that's not what ended up happening. I ended up watching movies on my plane trips and stuff like that. I've still got a huge watch list of stuff to catch up on. Sorry, I'm trying to read chat too. I realized I was zoomed out too far. Or zoomed in too far, rather. Opposite. Yes, Mia, correct, yeah. Sorry, I was trying to read my mom's explanation to you. That is exactly why. Y'all put it nicely and say oils. It's sweat. I put my sweat, blood, and tears into this thing. Oh, Rocky Mountain, actually. As I don't know if you caught that I mentioned, this is Salt Lake, so this is part of the Rocky Mountains. Rocky Mountains. Rocky Mountain life. Oops, sorry. Smacking my tripod again. Okay. Let's see. Where are we gonna go? Let's see. I lost a lot of detail right up here. So this curve is there. But then we're moving opposite. So this peak is there. Then it drops down to another small. Okay. I can work with that. Yeah. Never enough time to do stuff in one day. Heck, I'm rushing this. If I wasn't filming, I'd have my face a lot closer to it and be going a lot slower. So hopefully it doesn't affect the work too much. Probably shouldn't have curved like that. Look unnatural. Oh yeah, that's a lot of craziness, man. Sounds like you got a busy year planned. I haven't caught up with you in a while. So behind on the going-ons of other people these days. I feel like we would catch up in other people's chats a lot more, but I haven't been around other channels near as much, and I'm assuming you also have not. I should put a little hidden something in here. Some sort of, maybe even a signature in it. Hey, what's up, Ragnar? We're doing just a little carving. I was not going to be live very long, but just for a little bit wanted to show people what I was doing. And that's Salt Lake City. And I'm doing a little linoleum carving of it. Yes, you have to be very careful because these are little razor sharp carving tools. It's extremely sharp. Yeah, it'll easily go very deep if you jab it into the skin between. Whew. Yeah, I'm sure it left a good scar. No fun. I mean, you caught part of my live a week and a half or so ago where I did the little fossil dig kits, the little fossil set. You can still see the red there. It actually gave me a big old blister from holding that wood. The way I was digging in and holding it, I gave myself a blister. I was like, wow. So that's why it says adult supervision, I guess. You wouldn't think a 6-year-old kid probably wouldn't think about it, probably do the same thing and just dig into it like I did to the point where you get a blister. Carve a nice big chunk out here to give it a nice spot of snow when we print it. We don't just want to do white down the whole mountain because, as you can see in the picture I showed here, we want a nice kind of realistic look of how Mount Olympus is. And those who have been to Salt Lake or live there know this is a very steep mountain face. Those are very sheer, big flat rocks right there. Just big flat mountain face, so the snow doesn't stick on it well. Hey, what's up, Jackie? How you doing? We're doing a little carving of my home city. Yep, Salt Lake Valley is a bowl encircled by mountains. There's 3 ways in and out that aren't connected mountains. A little bit to the south, a little bit to the west, and a little bit to the northeast. Mostly north, actually. But got mountains all around. Not only that, Utah actually has both the hottest and coldest recorded temperatures in the entire US. Yes, that is right. They beat out Alaska this year. Utah was colder than Alaska. Not only that, the coldest ever recorded temperature in the United States. It was like negative 67 degrees Fahrenheit, I think. Something like that. You can look it up. But Death Valley is the hottest. Death Valley, Utah is the hottest place on the entire earth, beating out even the Sahara. People think, oh, Sahara, hottest place. Nope, that would be Death Valley, Utah, which is in the south. But then the coldest place, or the coldest temperature ever hit, was up by Bear Lake this year. This is the part I gotta get right. Close. Probably should have saved the... I'm actually going to save the rest of the ridgeline for when I'm not live, because I need to pay a lot more closer attention to that. Do it slightly differently, because I might be removing all of this to get a sky, and now I just realized I'm going to have to... I don't know. That's now the top of the mountain, I guess, and everything above will be removed. Well, we'll see. That's why I was debating even doing this live. I distract myself too much. Guess it'll be fine. I also said I might paint in the skyline, so if this will be white and black, and then I paint in a blue skyline, it won't really matter. I can choose where my white ends and paint in a new line, so it'll be okay. It's going to be a little hybrid piece, part block print, part watercolor paint. Each one will be unique and individual. Each print its own in some special way. Leave a few little natural artifact chunks like it has there. I see this desk right now. Hey, what's up, Travis? I'm trying to read chat while I catch up a little bit on chat, show you that. Carving out the mountains of Salt Lake. Oh yes, Lagoon. We used to spend a little bit of our time there every once in a while in the summers or the fall as kids or teens. You get bored of it quick enough when you live there. All right, let's see. So I don't know what is all over this. I should have cleaned this off first. So let's see. You put... So yeah, what I did is I took this image and I made a copy of it, a toner copy. And then what you do actually is you lay the image down on your block. You like get it right where you want it, aligned perfectly. And then you take wintergreen oil. So you know what wintergreen oil is. You take pure wintergreen oil and put a light layer on the whole block, and then you put it through the press. And when you peel this off, the toner transfers onto the linoleum block. So that's why I was saying before, I don't want to get my oils or sweat on it, because it is just a little toner transferred onto a linoleum block. The light white spaces are the actual color of the linoleum, as you can see on the bottom there. That was the edge of the picture where it did not transfer. So that's the color of the linoleum, and everything dark is the toner that transferred over from my other copy of this image. And then, yeah, that helps you carve it out. The other option is, I mean, you could like draw on the block or just free carve, which I've done with some of my other ones, but that's really hard. I'm not a really great artist, so I would not be able to free carve Salt Lake City or these mountains without the assist of having the picture put on there. So You know, that's a good question, Lisa. I've only sold 2 pieces to my Patreon members who support my channel, so I gave them a really good deal. But yeah, I actually haven't really sold any of my prints or that artwork yet. I've had a few people make some statements that they want to buy them, but we had never sorted out prices or anything. Because, I mean, the block's not super expensive. Depending on the block you get, they range in price from like $8 to $30, depending on the size. I don't remember. I think blocks this size are like $12 to $16. Maybe it was 18. I do not remember how much I paid for this block. Actually, I got a pack with a few of them. I got like 3 different size blocks. Yeah. No, we didn't go to Laguna a lot as a family, no. I went there a lot with friends, or when I was older and they did the Frightmares, the Halloween stuff, and things like that. Went with school a few times too to Lagoon. But yeah, Lisa, hopefully that somewhat answers your question. I'm not sure on the price, but it also depends on what paper I printed on and if it's framed or not. Because obviously frames cost money. The paper is not cheap. The cheap paper is about 50 cents a sheet to print on, but the nice paper to print on is seriously like $2 for one piece of paper to print this on. Currently, I'm just using the cheap paper, which is more like 50 cents a sheet, like I said, but the really, really nice printing paper is handmade and not cheap. Oh, and the ink. The ink is also not cheap. I mean, not break the bank expensive, but I'm about to buy a whole new set of the primary color inks so that I can mix my own colors. Do a little Bob Rossen up in here. Because, you know, it's the same colors he uses, like the phthalo blue. Some of those good primary colors that you can mix and make all sorts of stuff with. So let's see, catch back up with chat a little bit more again here. Oh, whoops, hold on. Yeah, my Patreon is, yeah, Rufo Tris, same as here. I will give out, there's a giveaway coming with some fire agate. I guess if you want to wait 2 seconds, I've got it right to the side here. Let me grab it. I'll take a little break from the carving for a moment. This nice little smoky quartz. There's a video coming out on that soon. So, you may have seen my short. Sorry, it's got some fingerprints and oiliness on it. It looked better in the sunlight. In fact, if we had some sunlight, you'd see more rainbow, see some of that rainbow flash there. As it turns different ways, you see different flashes from the iridescence. But not this piece, but a piece of it will be in my giveaway for Patreon members only. So that's coming up somewhat soon. Once I move into my new place, I wasn't sure which one. Might be this one. Either way, it'll be a nice piece with some good iridescent glow and fire. We need some sunlight. This one's got all sorts of colors in it. There's some deep purple up in here. That's not the best piece. Might do a different one. But yeah, we've got a few to still polish. You know, a whole handful of them here. These are some nice fire agates. Got a couple others here that are kind of polished. See if we can give you a good look at those. Maybe, just maybe. I was hoping it'd let me look up real close. It's got some nice fire in there. This one might need to be carved back down to reveal because I think there's a bunch in a layer down there. Ooh, there's some. Yeah, this one needs to be carved down a little more and like with a Dremel to reveal the layers. But when I got these, I just threw it on my flat lap, and you can see how I just went around it really quick on my flat lap just to kind of reveal some. But yeah, I had to play with a little bit when I got it. This one was big enough and actually came out well on the flat lap. Yeah. Anything else we want to look in here? I just put out a short this morning on this topaz. Hey, Tyler's back. So I just made a short with this topaz. I think I published it. If not, I'll go publish it as soon as this live is over. But I'm pretty sure I did publish it. Anywho, yeah, that's what will be in the Patreon giveaway, is one of those pieces of fire agate. Not sure which one yet. This one's a nice big flat piece I started. Get a little bit of those oils. Yeah, it's not showing much. It's got some down in there, but needs to be ground into more and revealed. Anywho's, welcome back, Tyler. I was just showing people what is going to be potentially, or what is definitely going to be in my Patreon giveaway that's coming up. Just not exactly sure which piece, but it will be a little piece of fire agate from that batch. When I move into the new place and we get settled in the new apartment, I will do a live stream and we'll draw one of my Patreon members. Any active Patreon member at the $10 or up level. That's not just the $5 support tier. Any of the $10 and up will qualify for that. And I'm going to make an official post on it a little later in time. Oh, of course, Lisa. We're just hanging out. This is just for funsies today. I mean, yeah, it was to show this off too, but like to work on this piece, but just hanging out today. I don't mind showing rocks, taking the time. I'm just trying to honestly get a little more watch hours. No hidden intentions here. My full intention is to just get watch hours, and that's why I was like, hey, I'll go live today. Need the hours to get my channel to that monetization point. That's what we're grinding for right now, is just hours, hours, hours. Whoopsies. Smacked the camera. Sorry about that. All right, where were we? little pieces get stuck in the tip. So you see me always just pulling the little pieces that get stuck in there. Or tapping it to try and get them out. I'd just like to say also, for anyone wondering, don't expect a bunch of poetry out of me just because my live yesterday, or my short yesterday had poetry. That's not something I do. I don't sit and do poetry in my free time. I'm just being weird, trying something different. I was like, we'll see if the YouTube algorithm likes this and picks it up. It did not. So, probably won't see that from me again. But I was like, hey, you could try and write a little rock poetry. That sucks. I wonder how many people Googled duplicity or just didn't care. Debated what I meant by it. Yes, I think so too, Lisa. I think they're coming out. I think it's going to show some flow and direction like we want. And what I might have to do, look at the picture, but yeah, I think it's coming down to show almost like a valley there. I think we need to get a few more lines here to show that this is a different ridge line. Because what's hard to tell is, so this right here, all of this, tracing this line, is this, and going up here, this is a separate mountain in front of that mountain. And there's actually, right down in here, a canyon you can drive up, and you can drive up in between those two mountains in that canyon. So we'll just keep trying to make sure we put enough detail going through here all the way down to here that we hopefully see that distinction. Hey Angie, how's it going? Good morning. Maybe I'll kind of focus on that now and try and get a line so I don't miss it later and don't accidentally go over my own line. I'm looking at my other picture I have of it over here to try and help me keep lining it up. All right. Just need to go down to there, but that'll help me keep track of that. No, Jeff. So let's not play a game. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Hold on, let me flip this around. Ooh, hello. Nope, we are in a hotel. Don't mind the somewhat mess. People's packages that I finished mostly packing up. Myself on the TV over there, playing my own YouTube for some watch hours on the hotel TV. But no, we're actually stuck in the hotel for a while longer. We can't move into our apartment for a whole week. So we're gonna sign the lease officially, or sign the rest of the paperwork. We got the place already, but we're gonna sign all the paperwork and get our keys next Friday, and move in Saturday. So I've got one whole week left at this hotel, but that being said, no moving stuff to do tomorrow. So tomorrow I will be at the rock club, and going to the rock club. I'm not sure that I'll try and do anything live because I didn't have great reception. I did try there, and I can't even make phone calls in the basement in the rock club. Like texts and phone calls don't even come through most of the time. Have to like step outside to get that. So I will definitely film some stuff. I'm not sure what yet, but they're doing a rock auction for members. I think they didn't want me to do a live anyway, actually showing everyone, so wouldn't have worked out this time. But they're doing an auction for members only, and I will be buying some materials, but not much because obviously we're moving and finances are tight. But I'll be buying a few cool items that I can, turn around and cab and sell quickly. Um, Not that I need to invest in more rocks, I have tons already, but it's going to be hard to go to the club auction and not get a couple really cool pieces because there's already two there that I know they have that I want, which was the one I showed in my previous video of cutting at the club, which was the big picture jasper, that giant picture jasper slab that said $8 on it. That was the 1960 price. So now it costs a lot more than that, but I want to see what I can get it for at the auction. Anyway, yeah, moving sucks. I'm looking, sorry, down here at the, okay, you guys, let me show you on the iPad. That's me. This way I can see the chat going on the iPad here. But yeah, doing all right otherwise. Thanks for asking, Angie and Jeff. Yeah, just gonna hang out here for a little while longer. Go to class pretty shortly here. Actually, looking at the time, I'm gonna go make some lunch and then head to my afternoon class. And then, yeah, probably do some DoorDash for the rest of the day because we need some income still. It's been rough. I had like a whole week of not working DoorDash, and I don't have everything here to do live sales. I don't have any stuff to pack any other packages. I just need to finish packing those people's stuff to get out to everyone, but had no access to printer and stuff. They were remodeling. They were remodeling the downstairs in the work area, so the whole like business center with the computers and printers and everything at the hotel was being remodeled, but they finished that yesterday. So now I can go down there, I can use the business center, print off everyone's labels, and get these packages mailed out to y'all. Is that Canyon Mill Creek? Yes, I think it was. It's the, let's see. Yeah, that's Mount Olympus. That's Mount Olympus. This is north. So that direction that the camera's facing is east. So this direction is north. This is Salt Lake City, base of Mount Olympus. So, yep. I think that would be Mill Creek, right? I think so. Haven't been in Utah so long, I'm forgetting. Forget how it all is laid out and works. Yeah. But I will see y'all soon. I'm going to actually cut the live. Just wanted to do a short one today, and we're at an hour now, so gonna go make my lunch and yeah, take off to my class and then do a lot of DoorDash, as I said, and we'll figure out something else to put out some videos this week and maybe some lives. I've got a little video coming up on the fire agate that I did the short on. This Sunday we're gonna have a little video. I might save it for a different day because it's supposed to be like trying to make like a 5 to 10 minute informational video on what is fire agate, how does it form, and where can you find it, that kind of thing. So we'll see. That might be out this Sunday. I might save it for later in the week. It's already half filmed and done, but I got a lot of homework to do. I've got an essay due Wednesday, so my priority probably shouldn't have even been doing the artwork today, but writing my essay instead. But I needed a little break, and the art is very relaxing. So anyway, have a great day. I will see y'all soon. Bye. I'll look at a few crystals as y'all catch up. All sorts of goodies in there. And lots of baggies of other, moss agates, opals, all sorts of goodies. Peridot. All right, bye y'all.